enough damage to burst out that Lulu, but it's more sustained DPS, drain tanking rather than pure burst damage.
I will say, looking at the comp of KC, when I think about how it will play out in the mid to late game, I see it becomes very hard for them to phase check, to stat check the Aatrox. So this is a difficult matchup for Aatrox to play early, and it is expected for the Renekton to come a little bit ahead. Now, once Aatrox gets level 7...
Oh, Permafrost's gonna catch him! Scott Duck catches! Vladdy in mid-air. I wonder if he's gonna be able to get more with Kana already TPing up to top.
Yeah, and we'll say this is a great Renekton game for Karma, because when I look at the composition of TH, I don't really see anyone can burst him down with consistent damage in teamfights.
Yeah.
What Renekton hates is when he rolls up to a teamfight, there's an AD carry just hitting him down, and suddenly your big Dominus ability doesn't really do much because they're not in melee range. But here there's the Sylas, which is a melee burst mage, or burst assassin, whatever you want to call him, and the Aatrox and the Swain. And crucially, none of these champions can really beat him with consistent damage. So you get multiple Cold mix off with your Dominus active, multiple big heals, and he becomes very hard to kill.
Camilo jumped on by Vladdy, trading in, jumps forward again. Camilo has to flash away from the swirl. See, Vladdy almost gets him with the buster shot, but dies to the tower shot. Camilo
test KC should they want to do that.
Totally agree. 30 seconds, as you say, before that Chemtech Drake. It's going to be 6 grubs over to Heretics. Stand working his way down towards that bottom side of the map. Yike spotted on control ward vision. It's something Heretics have done really well, is have so much vision on the map. Arm guard, here's the TP coming in as Heretics are on their first dragon of the game. Kana's going to join the fray, has that Dominus, Glacial Prison hitting onto him. Abscond out, Duck Dominus popped. Looting Lullaby's going to put 3 people to sleep, but Blackhead is in the way, and Karmine Corp just can't get on the backline. Kana dead. It's Camilo who takes an exhaust on Kalist. It's a double for the Silence. Karmine Corp are forced out of a fight they started, and
other objectives on the map.
Exactly, but they haven't.
Yeah, but if you get 5 grubs, it probably means you get both of them.
Oh, Vladdy burst out. Doesn't have the rocket jump. Camilo's just gonna bust a shot his back. And coming into this, it has been Vladdy who has come to the fore and carried them. The question is, who else on Karmine Corp can now step up and fulfill that role in the early to mid game?
It really is eyes on Yike with his Lilia pick. He has to make work, but I really struggle to see that, knowing that they have a Lulu in the bot lane and a Lilia together. I don't see great synergy between those 2 champions, but it's gonna have to come from either a great flash engage with that Sleeping Lullaby or a great arrow from Kalist. My eyes are on Kalist because I think
often what we see it used for is to open up the map a little bit more. And it's Heretics again with a 2,500 gold lead. Once they're going to hold on to it and just try and use their bodies instead. There's the Rift Herald behind them. The arrow goes in. Look at the damn damage from that. It chunks out Vladdy. Rift Herald charges forward. Heretics will take... Casting that series. And I remember just seeing Caps absolutely demolish someone under the mid-tier 1, mid-tier 2 in the bot side?
Mid-tier 2, mid-tier 2.
It was crazy plays from Caps and Camilo trying to sort of embody that spirit in the draft. Very much agree with you. Like, who is face checking here? The engage tools are really the arrow or a swirl seed or a flash blooming burst from the Lilia to get that Looting Lullaby down. The Atakhan is going to spawn on the bottom side. Heretics currently investing most of their players towards top. Sheo looking for Vladdy. Camilo's here as well. Glacial Prison! They're killing him in the base! No place is safe for Vladdy. 0 force.
Maybe they will look on Camilo. Arrow does connect.
But Camilo has Buster Shot here, which means even if Kana does close the gap, Camilo just just ults him away.
Into his bot side here too. Look at Kana, he's just pushing out top freely, and no one is really stopping him. So either you dive this, or you really gotta make something work here, because you're not really getting much out of this
We saw the same thing happen when Heretics were playing for the top tier 2 as well in the tier 1, where Kana took the bot tier 1 in response. So Karmine Corp are doing a good job of getting something on the other side of the map. The problem is they are bleeding out a little bit where the overinvestment happens, right? They lose the mid tier 2, they've lost the top tier 2. It's 5 towers to 2, it's 7. I 100% agree with you there, and that's why finding picks on things like Vladdy, it's so important. Carlson, the one who's picked out by Kana and Yike here. Looting Lullaby, Dawning Shadow coming out. There's the arrow as well, going wide. Sheo in with the Glacial Prism. Carlson, he's just too damn tanky. Kana jumps comes forward. Carlson looking for the healing there from the Sundered Sky, but he can't quite get the auto sack down in time. Now in the middle of Kana and Yike, Sheo sits between them. Exhaust though onto Kana, and the demons have ascended, and they're in Karmine Corp's minds. The thing is,
First at the South KC.
can Karmine Corp get close enough? They go for Carlson. The Starak shield won't be enough to save him, and Vladdy takes the kill. And now the Atakhan sits at 5,000. Karmine Corp can turn their eyes towards it. They will take away the patience. Sheo looks for the seal. Glacial Prison only gets the slow. Camilo looking to dive in here as well as Yike takes the route towards the backline. It's Sheo who secures it. It's the Paxels though, and Kana's flashing forward. He's looking for more. Double flash away, double sleep. Blackhead, the first target alongside Sten. Sheo falls towards the top side. Karmine Corp are going to find an ace. Immediately dives in.
It's way too deep by Carlson to go for this sword when his team is doing that Atakhan. His team doesn't do enough damage so they can burst it even if he dies. And now suddenly, Camilo's half HP, the Glacial Prison.
Seen them use so much throughout this series. Never move, never move. Sheo goes in. Glacial Prison hits onto Yike, but immediately he's Mikhail's out. Kana on the front line. Arrow only hits onto Carlson. Counter arrow hits on towards the back line as Targamas is the one who's caught. The four-man sleeper. Camilo has found the back line. It's only Targamas and he can't survive. Now it's a 4v3 as Heretics try to get the Demon Flare down, but Vladdy's on the chase. Infernal Chase will pull it back. Carlson dives back in. Kana doing the damage. Carlson almost healed up. Yike there in the middle of it. It wasn't Kana, it was Yike. It's the Lilia who survives. Kalist finds a double.
And it's just a fake threat by Heretics. Sure, they're setting up all the great vision on the top side, but as long as Casey knows that that's not a real threat.
Arrow. Glacial Prison just short of Kana there. Flacker getting burst out, has to flash away. Camilo trying to get on the back line, but he is gone. The stopwatch from Blackhead immediately met with the oncoming storm of Karmine Corp. They find three. Sheo and Stend running to the corners of the rift, and Karmine Corp with double AD carries will open up the base.
Heartbreaker and Chest Acre, what a sad ending. I'm not sure if they can end the game here, but time and time again the game slips out of Heretics' fingers.
Maybe
time and time. Maybe they have. Sheo is very big and they do have Sten, but there's 5 people to 2 and they're marching down with these waves.
Yeah, Yike's going to tank up the tower for now. Look at the damage coming out from Vladdy as well with that Demolish Bot. Kana flashing forward. They get the knock-up at the Sheo through the wild growth. Sten slowed by the Swirl Seed. Karmine Corp just turn the game on their head. Doubt them as much as you damn want. They still come out victorious.